Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here, and got an interesting review for you today. It's kind of a revisit for us. You see, almost over a decade ago, when the WeLiveFilm had their YouTube channel, I did a weekly horror show there, and one of the movies that I covered on that show was called Disciples from Joe Hollow, one of his earlier works. Well, Joe is back with a recut, remastered, slimmed down version by a little bit of that film, and it is now titled The Devil's Disciples. Yes, Joe Hollow, giving us a story of a council of members that, demons, that are looking to protect Lucifer's reign in hell. But they got word of a prophecy coming around that may threaten Lucifer's reign. So they get together to try to figure out how they are going to prevent this prophecy from coming true, and involves a seraphim, a fallen angel coming down that could possibly threaten and take over Lucifer's reign. But they're not quite sure because the prophecy is a bit of a riddle. So while they try to figure these things out, we see how they also have their own agendas, backstabbing, double-crossing, and all of that, as good demons would do. And we see how all that comes together here in The Devil's Disciples. Man, Joe Hollow assembled a who's who cast of indie film talent for this film when he made it, and watching this version again, it is, I enjoyed the first version for sure, but this one definitely is a little bit leaner. The story flows a lot better in this one, and overall it just looks better. And yeah, I fell in love with this film all over again. Todd Lodwick, who we've seen in a number of films, plays the priest. We've seen him in Spades, IDS, The Girl Who Played with the Dead. Here he's playing the priest and just having so much fun playing this very evil character. I mean, I loved watching his scenes. You can tell he just gets into this role. He loses himself and really becomes this force to be reckoned with amongst this council. And I just love that. I loved Tom's performance in here, and especially when he gets the makeup on. They have practical makeup in here that looks really, really good. And the practical gore effects looked really, really good. Animated effects look better in this version, I will say, than the previous one. Not sure if he touched them up or just trimmed them a bit, but however, they look far better in this one as well. But the rest of this cast does so good. We've got Paula Dirksen in here as Rachel, Melanie Robel as Gabriel, Shannon Lark's in here as Victoria. All three of these actresses very talented and showing that talent on screen. Linnea Quigley shows up in here as Rain, and I loved her role in here more than just a little cameo spot. She does play a role in the plot, and really loved the character and what they did with her. Angus Scrimm shows up. Yes, that's right. Though he doesn't have any silver ball with spikes, but he's still got that wonderful energy that he brings to the screen, and it's here. Brink Stevens as Tatiana has some serious attitude in a great way. I love what Brink Stevens did with this character, and she's just this no-nonsense person. Meanwhile, Deborah Lamb, you're going to see a lot of Deborah Lamb and a lot of her talent as Mariska. She's humorous, creepy, and scary all at the same time. I'm not sure how she manages that, but she does in some of her scenes. A couple of her scenes get a little steamy, a little bloody, but yeah, with the makeup that they do for her, definitely looking scary. Bill Moseley shows up for a few scenes in here, and Kaylee Williams plays Kelly, one of the only innocents of the characters in here. All talented, all come across, and it serves the story so well. This had to be kind of fun for Joe to direct because of all of this talent. Then Tony Todd playing Duncan, who's putting in a really great, I mean, he's this guy that solidifies a lot of things near the end of the film, and just his presence alone, you can feel it, this power of Belial, Duncan. And yeah, I loved that they included him in here, and he got to really shine. Everybody shines in this film, in a very dark, disturbing, gritty film that has, in the uncut version, a lot of nudity and a lot of other elements in it, whereas there's also going to be a cut version that doesn't have quite as much in there. Now, the cut version of The Devil's Disciples will come out in January, and the uncut version will be released in a limited edition with alternative artwork and all of that at cons and such, and on a website once it's up in February. So Yeah, why I'm mentioning those is because I recommend if you like indie horror, if you like any of the names I mentioned, you're going to want to check this out. Joe Hollow revisiting one of his early films and giving it a facelift that I think improves the movie and makes it even more enjoyable than the first time I watched it. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, bells and whistles and all that here. I thank you for your support, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.